Oh, what's going on, guys? Let me see. Today I am trying to find an interesting project for YouTube. So I am on Facebook Marketplace right now, and I am going through trying to find something. So I'm not necessarily looking at bikes, but just looking for just trying to look for a project. Of course, here's an S10 that is not a bicycle related product other than it can carry bicycles. Driven 1 million miles? I doubt that. Oh, a 1 million mile S10. I don't believe that. Let's see. Not saying it can't happen, but let's see. What can we... I see lots of nice toolboxes. Priority bicycles. They're pretty cool bikes. There's a Fat Moto. Haro Shredder. So basically, whenever I'm trying to find projects to do something different, I like to try to find like old school BMX bikes and other things. Sometimes I like to look for weird things. I like to look for classic things, and sometimes I just use Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist to look for bikes specifically that people have been asking for. So I'm going to keep on looking and see if I can find something really cool. Somebody just sent me something right here on my phone, and that is a really cool looking weird bike. It's one of those skate bikes. I remember whenever I was a little kid, and this was back in the early 80s. I remember actually going to a skate shop that was down the road. Me and my brother, during the summer when our dad was, at work, if we got all our chores done, we would look for things to do. We'd go to the park, or there was this really cool place that was a store on the water, and they sold. I want to say that they actually did sell gas on this. This was like a gas station for boats, but it was also a convenience store and a skate shop and everything. And we would walk to this place, and I remember going to the store, and they had all the skateboards, and they had one of these bikes or skate bikes, and they let me sit on it, but that's as far as they would let me do it. This is the same bike. This is so cool. It would be absolutely nuts if this was, to think that it's possible that this could be the very same one that I sat on way back when. I doubt it is. $65. At that price, I don't even, normally I don't mind talking people down a little bit, but $65, I'm not even going to bother trying to talk them down. Let's ask them if it's still for sale. Okay. So I'm going to get back to work, and I will let y'all know if they're interested in selling this. All right. I'm excited.
2 days later.
All right. So I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I came across a late 70s or early 80s Minson, I think it's called, but it's a skate bike. It's kind of weird. It's like a BMX bike, rear end, and a skateboard on the front. I remember this as a kid, and I'm about to buy one. So this person actually has one on Facebook Marketplace for $65. I don't know what kind of shape this thing is in, but for 65 bucks, it doesn't have to be in very good shape. So why don't y'all join me? And we're gonna drive 45 minutes to go get this thing. I hope it's worth it. Yeah, I wasn't even recording there, but oh no, it's fine. I'm just gonna get it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix it up a little bit, and then I'll ride it a little bit, and then I'll probably.
So do you
I don't
ride
know what
BMX or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like BMX.
Pretty
But
cool.
yeah,
I had a few people that had messaged me, and some people, like their Facebook was saying they were like in another country and.
yes.
Right,
Welcome.
did I ask you?
No. Well, see,
No,
whenever
I think you might have said I'm local. I'm not a scam. Somebody said.
I said I'm not a scammer.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people.
And when you find deals, you click their name and whatever it is, it's in.
Well, here we have this Minson. As far as I can tell, it looks like it's a 1983 because on the side of the seat tube right here, there's like an 8, and it looks like a double stamped 3, which is unusual. Also, if we look underneath right here, we actually have a M83. As far as I can tell, this looks like it's from 1983. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what it looks like. It's got some issues. The wheels are locked up. Whenever I showed up at her house to get this skate bike, she just went over to the shed and the grass was about waist high, and she pulled this out of the grass. So it's just been sitting in the yard, which is a shame because I wonder if this thing was in much better shape. This is, as far as I can tell, this has the original tire on there. Let's try putting some air in it. If it explodes, I'm sorry. Might be interesting. Add a little bit of content here, a little excitement. Although I'm actually kind of excited because the last time I sat on one of these, this was way back around 1983. Let's put some oil on the chain. Put a little bit of oil in the hubs, although the hubs really should have grease in them, but this thing has been sitting outside. I'm thinking that some oil would probably do it some good. Same thing here on the bottom bracket. And then the freewheel, because right now, notice I can pedal forwards and backwards. So it's pedaling easier. So we're going to keep going back and forth, not too hard, until we get this broken free. See, these old freewheels, if they've been sitting for a while, the bearings kind of rust up in there. And if you just go back and forth and keep working it, it should break free. But if you force it, you can break the bearing. We don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Now, let's turn it over, and the wheels here are also fused. Let's put a little bit of oil in here. We're going to put new bearings in this, but we're going to break this free just like we did that freewheel. You just go back and forth without forcing it. Just keep on working it. Not too much pressure, just keep working it. I love tri-flow. Looky there. Now let's do the other one as well. We're going to put some oil right here where the bearing goes. We're also going to do the same thing on this other side. And then we're going to just work it back and forth. Don't force it. Starting to move. Don't get excited, just keep working it back and forth. And we're almost there. Almost there. And there we are. Now what we've got going on here is there's a little plastic cup that's supposed to be in here, and that one's gone. And the bushings here are getting kind of old. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove that. Let's go ahead and remove this if we can. Okay, so I've got some new bushings right here. These are extra or super hard. I hope they'll fit. Of course, this is for 2 trucks, so I only need it for 1. And this uses a weird size bushing for the steering part, so I ended up I just got a piece of plastic and I kind of cut it to be the same shape, and it does fit quite nicely in there. Now for the trucks, I'm going to take the old ones off. Boy, they really over tightened these, and those are very rotten. Okay, so we're going to put the thin one on top. Look at there, fits like a glove. And then we're going to put the thicker one on the bottom. That goes there. Let's put a little bit of grease. I love grease. We're going to put the nut back on. And then let's proceed to put this back together. Okay, let's tighten this up a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to lock this down. Will the regular 17 fit in there? Yeah, I guess so. Kinda. Okay, so we got it locked on there. And there we are. That bushing there, there's no slack there. That's stiff enough. All right. You know what? I've got a lot more to do on this. I want to get a new tire for this. I want to kind of clean this up. Let's try putting a little bit more air in the tire. If it explodes, I'm sorry. 35. You know what? I feel like taking this thing out for a quick test ride and see if it'll even work. Alright, this is not exactly ready for a test ride, but I wanted to try it out anyway. Now, this is the first time I've been on one of these since the 80s. So let's see. Oh my gosh. What's going on?
What's up, YouTube?
Oh my gosh. It's a skate bike. Oh my gosh. Just go for it. I don't know the purpose of this. Oh!
There you go.
Oh! This is harder than I remember, but I weigh a lot more than I did back then. I remember whenever I was on these in the 80s, I could sit on it and it would keep me up, whereas this one, it's falling over. But I was like 75 pounds then. Let's try this again. Ah, man. This requires a lot of practice. You ready to try it? Jeez. Okay. My wife said, you need a helmet. This is our neighbor, Colin. Oh! Wow! Ski poles are for wusses. I wonder if that plastic piece is... No, it's still holding up. Wow. Alright. Well, look forward to future videos on this skate bike. It's interesting. I'm going to be practicing on this, and maybe I'll take it to one of the greenways and ride it and see what happens. So if you want to see more on this 1983 skate bike, leave me comments down below. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends. Check out some of the other videos on the corner of the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks.